You are now rocking with your boys, Mr. RawFix.
And Malik the engineer.
Right now, you are tuned into Everything Validated.
My bad, bro. Gotta fix this.
Damn.
Because I'm trying to get my posture nice, you know what I'm saying? My bad.
See this guy? See what I'm working with right now?
Yo, trying to be
Jeez.
professional, you know? I'm still learning.
This guy's gonna make me lock in my seat.
Small excellence, ladies and gentlemen.
How you guys doing? You know, felt like we had to pull up on you with some stuff.
Skirt.
You know? Not that bad stuff, that good stuff.
Always.
That stuff to stimulate your brain cells, get you thinking, getting your intellect right, getting your pockets right.
It's a lot going on out there. Good things, bad things,
Whew.
everything, you know? It's
You
just
know?
another day in the financial markets and in this beautiful thing we call life. But before we get to all that, how you doing, Mr. RawFix?
I'm feeling pretty peachy.
You know what I'm saying? Super Bowl weekend, Valentine's Day weekend, you know what I mean?
Still got to celebrate both, you know, Glenn.
Okay.
And it's my son's birthday weekend, you know, so like,
Okay, happy birthday.
thank you. This week of February is a very busy week for the household.
For sure.
Threw him a little, you know, proper birthday party with him and a whole heap of children.
How many we talking?
12.
Usually I don't like
Nah,
that
I'm
number.
playing.
I'm gonna give them a pass.
Well, like, now that I think about it, I don't even think I was exaggerating. All right, so my girl's nieces and nephews, so that's 3. My niece and nephew, that's 5. Then my 2 other nieces and nephews, and then a friend. I might be forgetting a few, but like call it like 8 or 9 kids. Oh yeah, then that one, 9.
Mad. Everything was according to guidelines, I assume. And what were you saying for the
Of
Super
course.
Bowl?
Whew. I won't lie, I missed the first half of the game because I was busy doing my usual rabbit hole tunnel dive of research, where
Damn,
I
you
get lost in something.
lost in the research.
But
Could be worse.
it was well worth it.
Made some
You-
discoveries.
He gonna find out soon. We gonna start automating some stuff.
I like automation and autonomy.
Whew.
It's a little foreshadowing, you know. See what I did there?
All right.
Messed around and missed the game. That game was popping. You have to see every second. You know, the first half, second half, a lot of action,
To be honest, like
a lot of drama.
I was so lost, I literally forgot Wagwan like in my surroundings.
I was captivated. I was captivated by the whole thing. You know, I showed you a little 1-2 about the personals. You know, Valentine's girl went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Had to do a little something for it too. You know.
That looked proper still.
You heard about those jackpot candles.
You see my if it's the same concept as the charmed aroma,
There's like a prize inside.
yeah.
Yeah. Yo, honestly,
Saying they switched up the names.
yeah. It's just a little candle, you know, smells good or whatever. They got a promise of a ring inside, you know. So you know they're going for that. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. This is not an ad, but you know sometimes when your girl says she wants something, you just gotta go get that, you know, at least.
I hear
So,
that.
It was a good weekend, and everything was lit, you know. I made some buffalo cauliflower bites. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds scrumptious.
It was good. Could definitely make it better. It was my first time. But yeah, just tried to make something different
I
never
hear
made
that.
before.
I hear that. That
A little snack itch for the game.
I won't lie. That actually sounds very tempting.
Yeah, man. I didn't need much further tempting when it was done. For sure. But yeah, I guess you want to get right into it.
All right, this Google stock.
Oh, okay. So you talking about how Google's finally gonna do a stock split.
Mm-hmm.
Alphabet Inc. So their stock is currently trading at around $2,700 US. That is a lot of money for a typical retail investor. Stock split happens when a company splits or merges stocks, reverse split, to change the value of one, thus lowering the price. You put a bit more stocks out there. So if you have one stock and they're doing a 2-for-1 split, you get 2 for every one that you're holding. It's pretty cool. It's a great opportunity for people to get into Alphabet Inc. or Goog, the ticker, if they couldn't previously afford it. Shout out Google.
Yo, 20-1 stock split. That's pretty serious.
That's a huge flex. A lot of people don't have that much equity.
Like,
A lot of companies.
and thinking about the last past quarters Google's been having, I swear they have 20'd times 20'd.
I think Google is like Future. Like Google just can't miss. Well, that's arguable. It depends on your perspective. Speaking of news, Facebook struggling right now. I think at one point it was down 26%. If you're exposed to Facebook at all in your portfolio, feel it for you. Is it still your favorite? You know, how often do you use Facebook? Would you put more money in Facebook? You think it's going to bounce back? And by Facebook, I'm talking about Meta, currently known now as Meta platforms. A lot of people are reporting about how their policies are being affected, how they advertise is being contested by companies like Google and Apple. So that could be some of what's happening to their stock valuation right now. And also some of their earnings haven't been as profitable from Facebook itself. The Oculus as well is struggling. So, you know, maybe they just need some time if you truly believe in them. Or is this the end of Facebook? Only time can tell.
Damn. But it's sad when you're looking at most of what's going on right now. Google's the only one still holding up, stride and true.
There's a lot of good things that they have going for them, and it's such a household name. Like, it can be valued just off of good faith. Like, people just like the name, you know. Meta Platforms has been through a lot, especially when it was still called Facebook, with the whistleblower event and everything. So we have to see if the leadership can help them go on another run here. They still got profitable companies within their umbrella. So we have to see how that plays out. But
That's a different type of percent change, bro.
this chart looks scary right now.
Nah, they're sitting at 216.54 right now at close. Damn.
You think they're gonna keep pushing?
Damn.
And by
Well,
pushing P, I mean plummeting.
From a technical standpoint, they at least hit some sort of resistance. Or sorry, support, not even resist. Well,
Yeah,
they hit some sort of support. Damn.
And that's just the beginning of what's going on. It's been a little minute. But, you know, as per usual, how we keep it moving at the Everything is Validated podcast, brought to you by the Hip Hop Blockchain, where everything is valid. Oh. Crypto is having some similar struggles as traditional stocks right now. So some would say the whole market is down. Gas I saw was 160
161 over here.
for the normal one, not the premium.
The lowest.
160.
Keep in mind, we live in
A liter.
Canada. So we have what is known as 87 grade. Depending on where y'all are watching, you might not even be familiar with such gas. But that was hitting for the 160 per liter.
Is it even worth it?
Yo, I won't lie. Waking up this morning to see gas prices had me turn on my computer and start looking at other Teslas. This is getting ridiculous.
Oh, Teslas. How about I had to recalculate transit for the Presto? I'm just thinking, like, is it still worth it?
You know,
You eliminate car insurance,
oil changes,
Uber,
fam. At this point,
liability.
I might as well just turn in everything and get an e-bike.
Where are you going with the e-bike?
Lots of
Are
places.
you going anywhere you can come
Or
back
get
from?
that electric scooter.
Oh, yeah, my brother got that. He got that.
Boom.
Depends where you live, though, you know? Definitely depends where you live.
Damn.
So, let's ride on over into another segment here where we ask a question. My question now for you is, what do you think is the future of crypto, specifically Bitcoin? Because, of course, with everything in a downtrend, it hits certain support levels. But how do you think it'll fare in the future? Do you think it's ever going to hit those all-time highs again?
To be super honest, something like Bitcoin is still a long-term project. One case being it's still mineable, and the last Bitcoin it's not going to be released until 2035. So there's still longevity in that aspect of the scarcity sense.
Mm-hmm.
And what it's standing behind is still kind of pillar. So yes, longevity wise, I do see it making even higher highs. But for now, everything experiences ups and downs. So right now, I'm not financial advice, but looking for the best discount.
Facts. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's the only crypto I've seen. Well, not the only, because you can get different ones, but it's been branded as a Bitcoin ATM, you know? So, I mean, that's an advantage. They're out here first. It kind of seems they put us down. So, you know how it goes every time we drop. We got to introduce something to them. We get into our
Dum, dum.
daily definitions.
Daily.
Because there's a lot of things we want to know. And there's no point just glossing over it when you could just look it up. So our definition for today is of a DAO. What is a DAO? How does that break down? DAO. It is a decentralized autonomous organization. Okay, Mr. RawFix gonna break that down.
So what a DAO essentially is, it's a series of smart contracts bundled together.
Smart contract.
Smart contracts. My apologies. I'm in a music head right now. Don't mind me. It's a series of smart contracts that are executing to get kind of like mundane tasks that a human would do done, executed in an operation within a chain. So it removes the human process altogether. And because you could stipulate what a smart contract is supposed to execute with whatever you put in,
Via code.
then it just keeps moving in the chain. So as an example, a vending machine, you need someone to maintain the vending machine, someone to basically come and check that the machine needs maintaining.
Yeah.
You need someone to come and check where the stock is and place an order. Once that stock comes, you need someone to replenish it. And you need someone to replace the change every now and then, or ensure that has to be done. So now, with the series of smart contracts in a DAO system, you're removing that person. So now, when quantity reaches a certain level, I could stipulate a smart contract that will automatically alert my supplier to now come deliver and then replenish. I can now operate it where like all of that just basically gets done where it removes the human aspect. Or when it's faulty, automatically it's going to alert the repairman, and the repairman just comes over and knows what to do. Already has the model information, whole 9 yards.
Yeah. So that's an analogy of how it translates to the crypto blockchain. Another step in the direction of automation, growth in technology, to advance the economy. So, you're probably going to see more and more DAOs, and you've probably already seen some DAOs, because it's a form of, it's like an entity with no central leadership. So technically, you might have seen that in any type of organization that you interacted with, but you'll probably see more of them via the blockchain. There has been some popular projects, such as, I think it was called the DAO or DAO.
Yep.
It's the first one, had a big mistake in the code, ended up stealing a lot of people's ether, tried to make a fork, get it back. They had to make a vote, I'm pretty sure, and they ended up going back on the blockchain to give those people their things back, their ether back. So it gets complicated, but of course there's been advancements since that original DAO project, and right now there's lots of DAOs. Actually going to break one down for you.
Right now, you know what it's time to transfer into? It's that coin segment, ladies and gentlemen.
Coin segment.
Today we bring to you the Hyperdao.
Nah, they don't get no jingle, man. They got to pay for that. Pay me in ether too, because that's the platform that you built off of, in congruence with Polygon and Binance.
You see what's happening?
Via your own website, Hyperdao, so we appreciate you.
You see what's happening? That's called connection. So what is the Hyperdao? It's a decentralized IDO platform built on Ethereum, Polygon, and the Binance Smart Chain Network. Hyperdao helps the best crypto projects to launch their tokens and provide them with initial liquidity through our extensive customer base. As an experienced blockchain incubator, Hyperdao provides their user with investment opportunities in several high-quality blockchain projects. Hyperdao also ensures that the barriers to entry are low so that everyone will be able to participate. Users of the platform will also be able to earn passive income via stacking, even if they choose not to staking. My apologies. Staking, even if they choose not to participate in any project launches.
Right. So So they're making dividends like off of being part of the project. You can invest and validate or work within the DAO. I guess it's not validating for sure because who knows what you're doing under the
What you're
smart
doing
contract.
exactly.
But they're trying to build a lending platform. They're trying to bring a lot of things with the Hyperdao. It's kind of like a financial token project. So that's what I get there. That's what I get from them. They're trying to help people earn passive income,
Through investment stackings.
staking rewards and mining rewards. And yeah, they want to get into microfinance, crowdfunding, banking, and e-citizenship. So maybe you're going to log in with your Hyperdao or show your Hyperdao token address, and that'll help you communicate with certain things on the Web 3.0. Maybe that's the next step of finance and internet.
This is actually interesting right here. It says when you become a part of their ecosystem, they have 4 tiers: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Each tier has a different staking requirement. So higher tiered members will be able to purchase more project tokens. However, Hyperdao ensures that every tier has a minimum weightage and right to new launches. Every participant, no matter the tier, will be able to receive an allocation.
So it's like you're part of a pool, and like you're on different percentage yields based on which class you bought in at.
AKA, if you want to be in the VIP and receive the best interest,
Put that money out.
but then they reward you. So
Let's get it.
that's a double end win.
Theoretically.
We got some prices here.
It's a big jump.
Whoa. They ain't joking.
Yeah, they said they what was that? They want $1 million.
They want $1
Hyperdao.
million
Put that money up.
for that platinum.
Go ahead, do your own research into Hyperdao if you're interested. Full disclosure, this is not financial advice. But it seems like an interesting project. And another way you could check it out, watch this tie-in, RawFix. I said another way you can check it out is by checking their white paper, which we did break down in one of our previous episodes. It's the information behind a crypto project. It's kind of like the business plan. It's all listed in the white paper.
So, since we're already on this white paper right here, let's just jump in. So, right from the bat, when you first get there, kind of looks like a Google situation. Could type in a coin of your choice or a white paper for any company you're looking into. All right, so
Most companies.
trying to probably look for one that we kind of talked about. Would that make more sense?
White papers get pretty complicated, but you could look up like Bitcoin or something general. Again, it's the background information on the company, so
Boom.
we have a resource for you like we always do.
Whitepaper.io. Right here on the site, we got Bitcoin going for $44,109.81, more than likely USD.
So it got the price.
Right here.
And then it says it's proof of work system, and it has a document for its details. It's 9 pages. It says the author, of course, famous Satoshi Nakamoto. Or whoever they are.
Could be a group, could be a person, could be...
And it gives you a brief description. So it says a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. You can get into it. There's a PDF, and that is our
resource
of
the day.
Whitepaper.io, shout out them. I think that's a great idea because there's gonna be so much research to be done, and of course, a company can always promote their way to the top and of a search result. So maybe just having a listing where all the white papers for companies directly are there. Because what if you just want to look at white papers? You don't want to look at anything else, any promotion, any stats that you want me to see. I just want to see what you originally
what
said
you're
your
about.
plan is. Let's see it.
And that's one of the most important things when you're evaluating the seriousness of a coin. What's their white paper saying? What are you trying to do? What do you want to
Can
accomplish?
I understand it?
So, very, very. And I'm just going through this catalog right now, and there's pages. Got up to about 35 pages of just straight white paper. So, you could dive in, get familiar with a coin that you may have an interest.
For my Shiba holders, go check out the white papers at least.
Please realize, again, this isn't financial advice, but it's some pretty good advice.
The way he said, somebody got to do it. You know, the world is changing though, because we're on a family video call, and my dad got wind of it. He's in a different province right now, so he's on the other side of the call, and he's telling us, bet on the Super Bowl, bet on the Super Bowl. And me and all my brothers and sisters were like, oh, you must think we're rich. Like, you know, we're like, yo, put money up. And my pops goes, yeah, tell your brother put some of that crypto he be trading up. I was like, damn.
Bang, bang.
Yo, I'm surprised he was able to pull that out of his wheelhouse, you know. That was unexpected.
Nah, he came on the pull up.
He was listening.
He did not come to play.
I'm not even the brother in question.
Bang, bang. Since we were on the topic of Shiba Inu,
22 pages. Is it fluff or is it necessary?
all right. So right in the first piece, they give a quick, brief introduction on their journey, and right off the bat, they let you know one of the most confusing aspects to it is, how does this coin survive and make money being 100% community based? And boom, right off the bat in the introduction, they get the biggest issue out their way.
It's a good strategy.
So boom, that lets me know how serious it is, you know. It's first couple pages give.
And they're sourcing it, right? Like whitepaper.io is getting it from shibatoken.com. It's just a focused way of researching that we're trying to present. I think that's a dope resource.
Yeah.
We should make a list of these resources and put them out. But, like, you know, we got to put it somewhere. Maybe on Patreon. Put it on Patreon.
Yeah, you know what we should, like, maybe start adding in there? You know, like, especially everything we've already covered. Start, like, maybe, like, dropping a 1-2 gem on, like, auditing.
What kind of auditing?
Crypto auditing.
Saying you can drop a class on that.
I mean, like, we could share knowledge.
I feel you.
When we learn something, you know, like, we could, in a sense, reiterate it back.
It all comes back around.
Our question: how do we audit crypto?
How do we audit crypto? I'm going to have to let you break that down. I mean,
All right.
are you talking... First of all, for the people that may not know, what is it to audit?
Layman's term is to kind of look over and assess that everything that was said on paper is true.
So, like, you're inspecting it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like you're a detective.
Mm.
and you're looking over to make sure facts are facts.
Like a tax audit.
Yeah. Or a company
Okay.
audit
Yeah.
to make sure your stock is correct. I'll come in and do an audit. I'm gonna sit there and count everything in there.
So you're saying audit the crypto.
So now in auditing crypto, I'm looking to make sure everything is legit about this crypto. I'm looking to make sure that their white paper makes sense. Can I find their white paper? Who's running the company? How transparent is this company?
Yeah.
How many walls am I going through?
Facts.
The longevity of this. What's their mission? What's their project?
Yeah. Cardano.
What's the longevity of this? Is this some quick thing, or like can I see this like turnover in 5, 10, 15, 20 years?
What kind of investment is this?
How is it contributing to the blockchain on a whole?
How are they contributing to the market and the world?
So boom.
And are they doing what they say they're doing? Facebook. So I respect that. So you're basically highlighting the importance of auditing your crypto interest holdings. Hopefully they're not holdings yet unless you audited them. And to do a thorough audit. So what is your like audit routine? How do you go ahead and look into your cryptos?
So much like how I discussed like the most important aspects of it. So when I'm hearing of a crypto, I say, okay, all right. What's the website? Boom, get on the website. I do a quick look. All right, is the website well put together? Because appearances are very important to me. So does it look sloppy? The spelling, like, does it look like a hood man slapped this together and like when I transfer my things, it's gonna get taken? There's a lot of those. So that's one aspect. Then I go into, okay, how easy is it for me to find information? That includes, okay, the about section. Can I see everyone involved in this project? If the CEO's missing or anything like that, why don't you want to show yourself? You know, like those sort of things. Then I look into their white papers. Can I find their white papers?
Right.
There's some coins out there, they don't have that just on display. Or like I gotta dig for it. The fact that I gotta dig for it, it's an alarm. It shows me you're kind of hiding something.
It's true. Yeah, and you gotta make sure the numbers add up too, like from what they plan and what they project and where they're hitting at, if they made any crucial changes. And something else to not forget is like how does the market feel about them? You know? How does it relate to where we are right now as the investor?
So, a little bit of that walkthrough. Another.
And what happens if you find something bad about, like you were rocking with Tron because Justin's son was there, but then he leaves to go be a part of government in Africa. Excuse me, I think it was the islands. So he leaves to go be a part of the government. Do you still support Tron?
I still look at the Tron project as long as it still follows through, still builds on the infrastructure. I don't have a problem. But I'm stubborn in that aspect.
Right. It could be seen as a plus too. I mean, some people would say that's a great translation or transformation in your career to go that side and try to broaden the horizon. Exactly. So I think that's dope. Yeah, CEO definitely matters. Sometimes history repeats itself. But not all the time. Just do your own auditing on these cryptos and these holdings and your friends. And definitely your podcast. Everything validated. Whew.
on the HHBP.
You know, we always do a message to the people or a story, underlying theme. Maybe you have a story for us, but I just see between like what you were telling me about over the week and, you know, what I've been thinking as well in terms of self-reflection is like, it's very important to have a routine and have balance, because sometimes the scales can teeter-totter in terms of your outputs in different categories, you know, and sometimes it throws things a little out of whack. So it's important to make a very strong routine. You know, that's kind of one of the mottos I get from it. Like, you know, we took some notes down, and as we can remember, one of them was helping yourself.
Yep.
You know, unapologetically, just not really worrying about anyone else. At the same time, being considerate who you are. But if you can't fix yourself, then how can you fix others, you know? So definitely got to stay on top of that. And you wouldn't have to fix yourself if you weren't maintaining yourself. I mean, if you were, so, you know.
Actively.
Good routine. Healthy routine, you know? You got any...
Chime in on that, you know, been doing some meditation, especially yesterday.
Okay.
Put me in a better perspective. A very productive perspective. Yeah, went down the rabbit hole, like I said earlier, learning some automations and finding out some...
So you closed your eyes and crossed your legs and you just thought of automation.
I thought of... By nature, the way my head operates, I like to make things easier. I don't want to call myself Shortcut King or or Mr. There's another way.
It sounds like your meditations brought you to a firmer sense of self.
Yes. I feel like I honestly like tapped into, I wouldn't say a previous me, but the previous me is communicating with the new wiser me. I wouldn't say I fully enlightened, but I'm tapping into all the other voices.
I hear that, man.
And we're
That's
coming
powerful.
together.
That's very powerful. That's an amazing thing. Shout out to being in tune with your inner selves.
Lady committee.
You gotta audit yourself as well.
Run the city.
Are you doing the right things? Keeping it healthy? Well, that leaves us nothing else. A moment in time to tie in hip-hop. There's been a lot of news in hip-hop. Yo, disclaimer. There's been a lot of news.
Yo. Where do we start?
Yo Gotti's album was fire. Marketing strategy out this world. CMG's going crazy.
You see what's going on in Florida right now?
What you mean?
How do they always make us in Toronto look bad sometimes?
Oh, you mean what happened in LA?
My bad.
With that Florida dude and our Canadian dude. Oh man. But everyone's okay. And that's a great thing. We're discussing that Kodak Black allegedly presser
To be honest,
at that Justin Bieber concert, if the facts are the facts.
Honestly, I don't believe it was presser. I think just because, like...
And I don't believe it was Kodak. That was
the
a clone.
marketing is impeccable.
Yeah, stunt double.
Yeah.
You know?
But nah, like at the Bieber concert though, like why they gotta have a shootout at the Bieber concert?
It's like having to me, that's like having a fight and a shootout at the Usher concert. Like, you gotta just allow that. Just allow that. Like, it can't possibly be on site. It's way too many women supposed to be around. You know, you
Like,
gotta
that's
protect the vibe.
dangerous. Like,
That's crazy.
mans
tough.
didn't grow up listening to Big. There's a lot of
I
ladies
mean,
in
for
here
sure,
tonight.
one of them did. I don't know, man. Hopefully, everyone's dropping new music. Kodak's been going crazy. You know, he's out the hospital. Got a haircut, apparently. Everything's looking great.
Man be
Future's
working.
new Valentine's track.
Yo, to be honest, he got me on the pump fake because I was on I was on Insta when I first seen the clip, and you know it was Kevin Samuels sitting at the dinner table with Future.
You dropping an interview?
Yo, I was mind blown,
Yeah.
fam. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm seeing the clip, I'm like, what? What did he say? How much money? Nah. No. I instantly went on YouTube, typed in Kevin Samuels Future interview. I dead ass thought it was an I was like, I have to see this. Music starts playing. The marketing is impeccable.
Literally. Such an honorable collab. Needed that one. He said it's the worst day. Got too many to please.
That's a different type of lifestyle.
Great video. Shout out the whole staff. Nah, for real. It's like a movie for real. Like like you said, an interview. They cut it back in. I wasn't even mad. Sometimes I don't really like the cut scenes in the video, like some other video in hip hop that dropped. And we do love the Queen Nicki with Lil Baby, but that was. I wish it said movie. Did it say movie? Like, I don't know. Like, I clicked it anyway because it's Nicki and Lil Baby, but I'm like, damn.
That was a short film.
I would have just clicked the streaming link. I would have clicked the streaming link, you know,
saying they should have put it up on Netflix.
CD quality version. Is that what they still call it now? Nah, that needs to go on Netflix. And, you know, speaking of Netflix, you probably see Odell up there soon. That's just my personal opinion. His acting is impeccable. And not like that I'm saying he's acting, but he might be a guy that, like, wears his heart on his sleeve. If he can channel that into acting with his current buzz, he's out of here. He's out of here. Super convincing stuff. Super convincing. But shout out him, he a champion.
Jeez.
What else you bumping? I know you sent me that City of Gods.
Yeah. I'm going to be super honest. Favi gave me usual Favi bars.
Mm-hmm.
I was appreciative. Super appreciative.
You don't think it was harder than usual? Are you calling it mid? Like, what's 10 out of 10?
So, like, here's my stance, right? Like,
what is it, man? What is it?
it's not that it was a bad track. Like, the track was a track, City of Gods, but like, I was expecting something like above and beyond because of who I seen on the track.
Yeah.
So
you don't want me to say it.
I was expecting like a whole level of like production and composition.
So you're saying you didn't expect it to sound like somebody booked a recording session and hopped on the YouTube drill beat
Yes.
and rapped double long on one verse and rapped for a 16 on the other. And pause. But you know, one was a 16, the one we want to hear currently, in my opinion. And the other one was like 2 minutes straight of passion.
It's not even like it was bad. I was really expecting something different. Cause I heard a snippet on the radio. That's how I found out about the track in the first place. Shout out to former Flow 935, now 98.7.
Come on, man. How they gonna do that to the city?
And Blake was showcasing
The track?
the track
That's dope.
off a recording. I was like, yo, what? They say Alicia Keys?
Mm-hmm.
Did they say Favi?
Mm-hmm.
Did they say Kanye?
And there's a certain flow you expect that comes with
Yeah.
that. And he is who he is in terms of, yeah, but, you know, like, I just feel like when I hear drill instrumentals and hip hop instrumentals, trap, like, well, no, specifically drill, in that case, there's a flow that comes with that. Favi has his pocket already. I know it's his home turf. They got Alicia sample in there again proper, but to me, Kanye wasn't in like a pocket for drill.
He was just
Yeah, he was just rapping on it. Like, with all due respect, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it came off to me. And it's like, man, you're gonna extend this for mad long. Like, he's not melodizing, he's not singing per se. Like, there's probably melody in his flow, but it's like, I don't know, it wasn't what I was expecting either in terms of that when you sent that. But the first minute or so is hard. If I
slapped.
Yeah, if I could, you know what I'm saying? If I was a DJ. But yeah, you know, Pusha T drop. Some people feel strongly about that. You know?
I honestly haven't heard the project myself. I won't cap. You get a
For sure.
preview yet?
I just heard the one, maybe two records. You know, I don't really like rush to Pusha T albums. He goes hard though, but I just needed a second to sit down and bump that, like, you know, get the mind clear and stuff, because I've been on a lot of high level stuff lately, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Pusha T is also high level content. Like Nas, like when you drop, I just want to like sit down and make sure I'm listening, you know?
I understand. That's just like getting punchline after punchline, cold bars for cold bars, because New York is back right now. With that Styles P
going crazy.
That Havoc. That was a problem.
That Wreckage Manor. Yeah, nah, that's a mood that, you know, might help you stay focused.
Reminded you that, like, yo, there's some still heavy hitters out there, fam, regardless of age.
Well, they got the fundamentals, and they got experience, you know, and it definitely shows on these records like Yo Gotti's album, like OG, you know? Super hard. Quality.
Forgot to even mention, Yo Gotti's marketing strategy. Well, not even really a strategy, just opportunity to grow off his platform that he offered.
Yeah, I was thinking of using his song as our intro. He said we could profit off it, right?
No cap.
That's crazy.
Like, how many artists you ever heard do something like that for the actual hip-hop community?
This is going to be global for sure. You're going to see that album drop and it's featuring Yo Gotti. Imagine having 1 million features you never met, never spoke to.
That is crazy. Hold on. So, like, with this cheat code, would he not have the possibility to win most featured artist of the year?
I guess it depends the accreditation. And we know how the awards be. I hope y'all been keeping up with us on the socials. You know, we get more in depth about some of these topics at Everything Validated on Instagram, Everything Valid on Twitter, you know, TikTok, we up, Everything Validated. That's where you can find us. That's where you can catch some more tutorials. I break down revoice in a video, some things I was doing, cleaning up some audio in revoice. If y'all rock with that program, I'll drop that video soon. Make sure to interact.
It's real sick with the harmonizing.
Yeah, you got to bring these vocals layers together and get that harmony sounding more in sync, create a nice soothing effect.
And also, don't forget, going to be starting that Twitch channel soon, getting that back up. Be on the lookout for raw fixtures, you know. Going to be cooking up either here or wherever my spirit takes me.
Live stream. We're not Twitching for real, you know.
You know.
It's not one of those.
But, you know, you could catch the channel on Twitch at Mr. RawFix on Twitch, on all my socials, actually. But we get it familiar.
Valid.
So with that being said,
We appreciate you. Those who have been checking in,
Thank you.
listening, commenting, letting me know in person that you listen. It means a lot. We keep putting out these definitions, resources, questions, introspection, stories, and keeping everything golden for y'all.
Please, if you do have any type of content you want us to cover or any other sort of discussion you want to go over, drop us a comment on whatever platform you're listening to, or you could hit us up directly, DM us on one of our socials, get familiar.
There you have it, episode 6 of Everything Validated podcast, brought to you by the Hip Hop Blockchain Network. We out.
Fade to black.